Well, when I was hanging around the Clash for so long, I definitely felt like I was going to rock and roll high school. I wanted to figure out what it was that made them so special, so I just observed, and from what I learned, the band has to have a few things, and they had everything.
They were very ambitious and very keen to make it happen.
First, you have to have a great drummer. If you don't have a great drummer, you haven't got a great band. Topper was the best drummer in the whole world, according to me.
Just electrifying, exciting, absolutely manic.
Bass player, Paul. When he first started, he couldn't play bass, but Paul practiced bass every single day. He had a great style that he influenced the Clash, you know, in their way of dressing, and he was responsible for, you know, always making sure that the visuals were good.
They had attitude, they had politics, just everything you want in a rock and roll band. They were tremendous.
Then you have Mick Jones, who is basically a rock and roll fan, really like, you know, like the Stones. His hero is Keith Richards, like Mott the Hoople.
They were an attractive, sort of Beatles-like, gadabout thing, you know.
So there was Topper, the jazz boat. Paul mostly liked black music. Then Mick's rock and roll influence with not only the way he looked, but the way he thought.
At that time, they were like the only band that mattered.
And then there's Joe. Joe was basically rhythm and blues person, American roots.
The Clash are basically number three. I mean, it's, you know, it's the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and the Clash.
So there's 4 different people who liked 4 different styles of music, and they were all really intelligent, and they were all really passionate. And so if you have all those things, you have a great band.
How you feel?
The Clash are kind of unique amongst all rock bands. They kind of had a higher purpose, and I can't think of one other band you can say that about.
What's made the Clash really endure, it's got to be down to the songwriting, and I put that mostly down to Mick, or the conflict between Mick and Joe, the artistic conflict between those two, which have made so many great songs.
Rock and roll meant an enormous amount to young people in those days. It was the process by which attitudes changed, and the Clash were the next wave of revolutionaries.
So in the political framework, I saw them as terrorists getting away with murder.
The thing about the Clash, really, I think, is that it operates on a multiplicity of levels. You know, it's like, on one hand, it's performance art, it's street theatre. There's the poetry of satire, really. You know, I mean, this whole thing about kind of the Clash being a political group, I never saw them as a political group. I thought they were a satirical group. They were pointing fingers at the things that needed to have fingers pointed at.
I think we did something good, and that just turned out probably a mixture of luck and fortunate timing. Timing was really important, but nothing you could have contrived in any way. It just turned out that way.